Welcome back to the Uranium Fever channel. Today's Fallout 76 video is the first in our new series of camp showcases. In each episode we'll be going on a walking tour of different camp builds built by us and other players, discussing the inspiration behind the build, as well as focusing on all of the smaller details and creative techniques that we used. In our first episode we'll be joining Drago to look at his pre-existing haunted house, an immersive lore-friendly house by day and a shape-shifting house of horrors by night. Let's get started. Drago's haunted house was first featured in our Resident Evil Machinima for Halloween last year. A lot of the design choices were made with this video in mind, so I'm just going to play a short trailer for that video now.
The hell? Why do you keep running away? Snooper's gonna snoop. Ah! Don't! Welcome to the family, son.
If you're interested in seeing the full movie before today's tour, then there is a link on screen now and in the video description. For today's video, the walking tour will be split in two. First, we will explore the exterior of the house during the day, while also hearing the backstory of the build.
So here we are at Drago's pre-existing house, and I'm joined today by Monster76, Bad Notions. So Drago, what have you got for us today?
I figured today we'd take a look at the Resident Evil 76 set.
Awesome.
Kind of behind the scenes, and I can kind of walk you through and give you a tour of everything and kind of the thought process behind it.
Oh, that's cool. And your character, he's very distinct looking.
Actually is. This is Frederick Rivers. He's actually the husband of the Mistress of Mysteries, Shannon Rivers. According to the lore of the game, Frederick was a brilliant, I believe, architect and inventor. I thought he was a pretty interesting character.
Yeah. The likeness is uncanny, but he's not looking too healthy these days.
He's not. Yeah, he's looking a bit gaunt and evil, actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the location of this house and why I chose it for Frederick is that in-game lore, Frederick was actually pretty wealthy. The Riverside Manor. It's really not disclosed what happened to Frederick after the death of Shannon and Olivia. Kind of just disappeared. So I figured he was held up here in this house. So anyway, this was one of the bigger houses, pre-existing houses in the game that you could actually build on. It has a nice horseshoe driveway, this nice approach to the front of the house, which would be nice for the video. This wasn't my first go at this house either. I actually had a different camp here, like a shape-shifting trap camp that you could walk through and interact with. And that's one of the things I would do when random people would come up is a lot of people would come to the camp and stand on top of these cars. And that would be under the camp and shoot them and blow them up while they're here. When I chose this house, I was thinking of a way, if the good elevation next to it to build with, like for the foundation. A lot of these pre-existing houses have mounds and change of the ground height inside of them, which poses a problem for decorating things later on. So this is one of the bigger houses, and it has a couple unique features. It has a large porch that wraps around. The back of it has a nice bay window. The area around it is pretty good. The yard's clean.
Yeah. There's no dirt piles or anything that you see in some of the other pre-existing houses by looks of it.
Not really, no. There's a little bit in the back here, but it goes with the look of the build. Please come around the exterior of the house. I'll show you around.
Nice.
A few of the big things I focused on adding to this was blending the new and the old. A few things I did was pull that look off, I think, in my opinion, was the roof line.
Yeah.
And blending the boards and the windows with the old, the pre-existing, and the new, what I built. Trying to match the plywood that's on the pre-existing house.
Mm-hmm.
These pieces of plywood here on the backside. These are just the junk walls slightly put through the wall just so these two boards pop through.
I mean, it really sells it though, doesn't it? Like these could easily be the boarded up walls and windows you see elsewhere in the game.
It does, yeah. Look at me. If you look right to the right, second story, right side of the bay window, you see a piece of plywood over a window up there.
Yeah.
And that's the look I was trying to blend between the new and old.
If you were running past this camp, I think, along the road, and you unless you were noticing like quite clear camp objects, you might just run past it thinking that it's quite a very large pre-existing house without realizing
I
it
do like
has
that.
Yeah.
I do like that effect. I like it when players that aren't too savvy or new players in the public world, or they interact with the camp like they don't know.
Yeah.
It's a player camp. They just thought they'd come across something cool that they discovered. Which happens pretty regular here at this location. It's right across the street from the pumpkin house, and a lot of people show up daily for that. So basically what this house is for Frederick is a hideout, since his lore is kind of uncertain and no one knows his whereabouts. I imagined him hiding out and holding up in this larger home. Maybe it was a property owned pre-war.
Yeah.
He still had possession of or knew it was that. And set up shop here. For the Resident Evil video, he was doing some similar things, like when people would trespass or try to come after him. They usually end up in the backyard. Basically, that's what these barrels are, in the wheelbarrow.
Yep.
We had a visitor come by in the video. He
Yep.
didn't do too well.
Poor Fenwar.
No, please. You'll help them liven up. No!
This is basically what happened to him here. I just got distracted before I get it buried all the way.
Yeah.
So basically, there's this merge here where I merge the cooking station with the guitar. So it just looks like a steel guitar hanging out on the blocks there, but actually it's two things. And what I do, I just hide it behind the curtain.
Oh, that's neat.
And normally I removed it for budget, but normally I have crafting back there that I engage with from this window. I just lock the curtain, so none of it is an eyesore for the build. Yeah, and they discussed the gravesite here, I guess. I never really said whose grave this was. I just assumed it would be maybe Shannon's or something.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember what they did. I know that you could find their bodies, couldn't you? Seneca Rocks. And
Yeah,
then
you could,
think
yeah.
when we were doing the Resident Evil video, kind of on the assumption that he'd moved them here, and then he was dabbling in necromancy.
We took a little freedoms with the story, the lore for the Resident Evil video, but it worked out. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's
So
different
I
take.
basically, I think we just got the gravestones. The headstones is why I thought. And there's a little mound here, and actually you can see the trick-or-treat bowl, and there's a hand coming out of the dirt
Oh, yeah,
there.
look at that.
It's a small detail that's hard to pick up, but that's cool. It's fun to find it if you don't know it's there. Let's finish going around the exterior here. We're on this side. I guess I changed the shape of the house here in the end. Just added more junk walls. There's actually half walls here mixed in with the junk wall. And down in the foundation also. You give like this corrugated steel into the junk wall also. That'll play into the blending in the front here in a second.
Yeah, like layering all of this up, and it really blends together well, doesn't it? Having this, it feels like he's been adding to it over time.
It's been constantly being probably looted and break-ins attempted, and still all the baddies in the world around him. But you look at the front of the house here where the two junctions meet, the old and new. I put a junk wall in the front with the plywood there, and then I put an interior wall in the pre-existing house that the steel there, and added it to the other side, so they kind of share that on both sides. And I added more plywood to the windows instead of the whole side of the house.
Okay, that brings us to the end of the daytime tour. Now it's time to prepare for a different look at this build. For the full experience, we'll be applying some weather settings and filters in our custom world. These are dark bog mixed with a feral filter. Now, with everything prepared, let's see how this build transforms at night.
Okay, and we're back for the nighttime tour, and already the house is looking very different. Tell us about what's changed, Drago.
Basically just the filters and how they affect the lighting. So designing this place for the film, I kept that in mind with the filters, the place lighting, and we played around with the right filters to get this red tint. So as we move through the camp and into the interior, you can see everything takes a red tint. It looks a little more sinister. Uneasy.
Yeah, this
Into the front here.
this rad kelp poking through the window as well. Like, It looks like it's on fire. That's really strong. Don't touch it.
Poisonous. No, it's meant to look like red herb from Resident Evil.
Oh no, it does read like that. Yeah.
You can notice the lighting more as you get closer. You come in further, it just gets brighter and brighter. Red. Basically, that's the main effect on the outside. Head in the interior. See, to sit on this chair here, since it's pre-existing, then we have to glitch in through the front door this way. As you can see, I can interact with the door if someone's on the front porch. I can open it. A lot of players, when they come to the front porch, they like to close it when I'm in here, and then I'll open it again.
Oh, nice.
Usually like, what the hell? I turn around and look at it. But yeah, since it's the pre-existing, we have to glitch in through the stool here.
Nice.
Help everybody get in.
Yeah, that really
Pretty smooth, huh?
Yeah, very smooth. I'm guessing that, well, from the other side it's gonna look a lot more smooth when we're looking back out. Yep, look at that. Come on in, gents.
Someone's found the doorbell. Wonder who it is. Oh, that's bad. Come on in, man.
Come on, you can do it.
So this place is a lot of fun. The interior, as it disappears, the game disappears around you.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
It's kind of paranormal in here anyway. It's another dimension. If you look in the right direction.
But it's not as bad as some of the other pre-existing houses you see. There's a couple of spots. Oh yeah, here's a spot now. But generally, it doesn't seem too bad. The lighting in here is incredible. It's so minimal, but it's kind of accentuating every corner that you've used it in.
Yeah, I wanted to keep the lighting very minimal in here. Wanted to keep it pinpoint, draw your eye to certain things, to kind of carry the theme throughout.
Mm-hmm.
There's a picture of Frederick and Shannon up there.
Oh yeah. Okay, we got to talk about this over here, this dining table. Wow, that merge on the statue bust is very nice.
Just it took a while to get some of the wax to come through, like the eye socket, not the nose. It looks like blood. There you go. And then for the seance to bring the ghosts, it's just the I think it's called the spooky well. It's under the table and the foundation.
Was that difficult to put down there?
Not really. It's actually pretty straightforward. I just it's not actually merged in the foundation. It is put on a decoy duck and put in the spot and then destroyed. Then I put the foundation back. So this doorway right here leads you from the pre-existing house that we are currently in into what I added on. And like the bedroom upstairs, this room is supposed to appear to be breached and looted and gone through. It is, once again, it's like the styling throughout this whole camp is kind of off a little bit. Everything's nothing tidied up. Frederick really doesn't care. His main focus is to keep intruders out and to resurrect his dead wife. Okay, when we make our way through the room, you'll find other details. Like this window here is halfway boarded up. I've kind of seen that he's in the process of closing this off. We got some nastiness in the fridge, spilling over.
Oh dear, yeah.
Probably a deer he had in there or something. I'm not sure. Maybe a body. Here's the harvest. Where he harvests his red herb.
Is that a brain in there?
It is. I don't know whose brain it is, but yeah.
Nice. And they give off their own light, didn't they?
Yeah, actually not a bad accent light to use to decorate with. To backlight where you like behind other decor items on shelves and things.
Oh, this is cool. What you've done with these shelves up here too. Very cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, those are floating, I believe, off a rug under the stove.
Found it.
Yeah, thank you. Then just put a few items in there.
And the oven mitt. Love the oven mitt. Nice.
Oven mitt. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's a lovely touch.
Some more of the boards on the table, some more planks. One thing I like to do is when people show up to the camp to find the vending machine, if I'm here, I'll sit on these. Looks like I'm sitting on the cabinet. And when I get off, I glitch all through it and stand on top of it like an idiot.
What you got in the oven there, sir? What is that?
Heart. That's a scorched beast heart. Valentine's Day for some reason.
It's quite the treat, though.
All it looked like it was boiling, like maybe it was hot. We head upstairs here, we can lead up to the bedroom. This actually leads to part of the camp that added onto the house. So this portion of the house, this was his bedroom. And my thought process behind this, decorating wise, is that maybe it's been breached and broken into and ransacked before. He's kind of managed to maintain the the living room, the upstairs portion of the main part of the house.
Yeah.
Still. So he comes in here once in a while, but you can tell this bed's been shoved to the side. There's a floor safe. Under there, looks like someone's been trying to jimmy to get it open.
Yeah, it does feel like someone's been in here looking for something, and they've moved some stuff around.
Yeah, I kind of wanted the decorating to feel like you could put a story together in here as you looked around. Hey, let's head out on the back porch. I'll show you a few things out here. I added a little seating area just to add to another layer of the house. Kind of blend the new and the pre-existing parts together. This is actually the seam right here at the gutter.
Yeah, this is what you were talking about earlier on the other side, but I can see what you mean. That's a very seamless connection between the two bits.
And putting this little porch out here at the seating area kind of blends them together even more.
Like this detail over here too with the couches not being connected.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's very nice.
That's how my patio furniture looks in real life.
It's a small detail. It's very easy to miss for it. Like, it's the attention to detail of this camp is really, really quite something.
That theme carries through most of my builds, though. A lot of people like balance and one of these here and one of those there. You know.
Yeah.
I try to place one thing on one. I try to unbalance it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Set everything off a little bit. Here, come out here and take a close look at the window, the bay window, and the attic window above.
I mean, that looks amazing. So this is it's the TV screens, right, behind for the ghostly window.
That is the two TVs on top of each other, put closely up to the window, and then I have, I believe, haunted window boards that we got recently. I think those are on the interior of the house on the window.
Nice.
To give you that boarded up look.
And for the bay window, like, what's causing the light behind that?
That is the oil lantern, the one that doesn't take electric. It's like an amber light. Here, we can go back into the house and I'll show you what it is.
And the stores are the easiest way to get into these prefab houses on the map and stuff.
Well, it is extremely easy as it's only one item in your budget to do it, and it's also pretty inconspicuous. It doesn't look like anything but a stool, really.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Oh wow! So is this what's creating the light behind?
No, this is actually just a wall decor behind the painting, just lighting up the painting. But here, there's a wall next to it.
Yeah. It looks like, right.
That's awesome.
It looks like it's in the painting.
So the wall next to it, to the right of it, should be. Yeah, there you go. There's a lantern.
Oh, I see. Nice.
Yeah, the closer you can kind of see the framework of the window out there.
Yeah.
So if the whole world doesn't disappear around you, you look the wrong way. Yeah, and I just wanted to add this too, so we have like a creepy overlook, kind of like as our main character was hiding and making his way through the house, trying to avoid Frederick. You'd have a separate part of the house to be in where you could watch him.
Yeah.
And come back here. This is just a little, I guess it's a bathroom. There's a bathroom back there, but it's kind of just like a smoking lounge little room. That's the books to read. Now when you look from the interior out to the part of the house that I built through the doorway, it looks like
Oh yeah, that's so smooth. Yeah.
you have to jump a little bit to root to.
So the lighting on top of this room, is that coming from the roof? You put something up there?
It is. I'll give you a closer look at that when we go out there. Alright, so I opened the roof up for you, kind of see what I did in here. Just a silent generator. The Raven Perch. It's just flat on the flat roof, or ceiling, I guess that would be. It's just the right height at the peak, at the ridge of the roof for the skull and the bird to stick out when you switch it.
Oh, man. Double chimney going on here with these smokestacks. Did you merge them into each other and then merge them into the fireplace?
I did, yeah. I drop merged the two stacks together and then dropped them into this fireplace. And I did that to match the other dual stack fireplace like this that I popped through the roof on this side. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Another detail, like trying to match the pre-existing and the new.
That's awesome.
On the roof.
It's really close to what you've managed to do with these items.
I figured a house this size might have a couple chimneys anyways.
Yeah. Particularly when you're looking at it from out here and you're looking towards like the shape of the house.
Yeah, you've done a lot of work with the roofs, especially over this patio part too. This looks awesome.
Yeah, let's talk about the porch here. Yeah, so this house comes with a porch with a big hole in it, and I was able to put porch pieces in here just under it to kind of fix it. And it carried all the way around up to the front door, lined up just right, actually. That didn't happen on accident, though. It took a while to get right. Yeah, I wanted to be able to close it off altogether because in adventure mode, I don't always have my vending on max caps, and they lock the camp down.
Yeah. From when you're looking up at it from the bottom, like you don't notice that at all, actually.
No, you don't. The shingle style and everything, the porch pieces are the same. You just can't have them in the same place.
Yeah.
They can't overlap completely.
And that's the end of the tour. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of our Camp Showcase series. Special thanks to Drago for showing us around his awesome build. Huge thank you to all our subscribers. If you're new, please consider subscribing to help the channel grow. We post camp builds weekly and have lots of build tutorials on the way. If you like this particular video, then why not drop a like on it as well. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next one.